Hello, good morning everyone. This is Aki Magneto, and I'm be taking you through the next phase, which is to design the login page. Now, if you could check through your initial file, which is this, before we moved it down to our htdocs, under the XAMPP directory, you can see that we have login, but it's written in HTML. So what we need to do is to open our text editor. Okay, move this in this place, then copy everything we have there. Copy, open a new tab, paste, and save inside your directory, which is your local disk, XAMPP, htdocs, and underline. If you could recall from the previous videos that we've done, now you save these at login.php. So once you do that, that's the first step you need to do. Then before we move on, there's something called session. Now session is it undoes permissions. So right now, before we move on, I'm going to add something at the beginning of the login.php. Now you're going to open the PHP tag and close it. Then what you're going to type in there is session start. Yeah. So let's give a comment. Session start here. Good. So once you've done this, save it. Now we can go and check how it is going to look. Now this is the HTML version of it. Now let's check the PHP version. Now this is the PHP. You can see it works, but it won't process since we don't have anything. So what we need to do next is to add some attributes to the HTML forms we have here. Now we're going to add a name. The name is going to be email, and for the password here, we're going to assign a name to this, and it's going to be called password 2. Now let's say value. The value for this is going to be login. So the type is submit. Okay, now for the form, the form here, let's add a row. The role is gonna be form. Now the added the form role action. Now what you're gonna do is just put login.php. That means the form is inside this same folder as well, inside the same opened document. So I think what else? What do we need to do? Okay, now at the end of the document, so open the PHP tag and close it. Don't forget to close it. Sorry, let me reduce the space here. Now let's scroll down and let's start. Now the first thing we need to do is to make a connection. So we're going to use include connection .php and use a semicolon to open it. So close it. If now set post, that means if what I choose happens to be, once the button is being clicked, that shows this. Now it should do the following. Now open a parenthesis. Now you're going to include some things there. If user email equals to the posted value found inside the parentheses, it should user password post password at the end. Let's semicolon. And now the next thing we need to do is to I'm going to create a variable that will help us check user equals at the end. We're going to use a semicolon to terminate it. Now check user select. This is select from now the table inside our database users where user email equals user email. Now you need to put this into a quote. User email equals to this and user password equals user password. Okay, now now the next thing is for us to now this another variable that will run. That means that will combine both the check user and our dbcon. That means to consult our database to check if the database is valid or not. Now let's start. The next one here is run. MySQL query at the end semicolon. Okay, the two variables dbcon found in our connection file and check user, which is this. Now you can just copy and paste here. Good. Now once that is done, now you need to make sure you check for possible conditions that might erupt. So now this if MySQL number, that means after going through all the rows and columns we have after going through the rows we have num rows. Now run. Okay, do the following. Good. Now sorry, echo, and at the end put a semicolon, echo script, close the script, window dot open, that means it should open, it should take you to this page, member page.php. Take note of this because this is going to be the new page we are going to be creating next video. And after opening this, it should open on itself, not on a new window. So we need to specify self, just like we did for the initial videos. Self. Okay, now to attribute this, now the session, you need to call to the section now this okay, user email, sorry, yeah, am I correct? Let me check. Okay, and helps do the following. That means if it's correct, it should do this. That means take you to members underscore page.php and it should open on itself using the session. Now else it should it should say that if you're as an else, it should say that you are not correct. That means you tell us that there is an error or the data cannot be found in the database. Scripts. Alert. Alert. Kindly check for kindly check your login credentials. Good. Now after this, I think what else? Okay, now once you get to this stage, now our login form should work definitely. So okay, let's check. Okay, value here is okay, name, password, and stuff. Okay, now let's check. Now let's go to our login.php. Now let's quickly check our database to see the account created earlier on, to see if phpMyAdmin, and let's see if len users. Okay, we have Deborah@gmail.com. Okay, let's try that now. Deborah@gmail.com. Okay, before we do that, let's quickly create a new page called members.php. Members, so as for our form not to return an empty value. Member underscore page.php. Okay, now though we don't have anything there for now, but just let's put the something there. So this is the login.html. Let's close it. This is login.php. Okay, this is the members page. Now let's quickly go straight to this. Let's refresh and let's try this. Deborah. Okay, let's copy from database straight. Copy and paste and copy the password to login. Okay, something is wrong somewhere. Sorry, we forgot to add our method here. The method will be post. Sorry. Okay, let's try it now. Okay, Deborah at gmail.com, and Deborah as the password. Okay, something is still wrong. Sorry, this is where the problem is. Now we need to give this a name, which is going to be called our login, since we gave others name as well. Login. The next thing here, I think we have a problem here. Good, you can see I want to spell user and I spelled it wrongly. You can see this won't make our form to work at all. So let's go back to our form and try it. Login. Now let's check from database Jill@gmail.com, and the password as password. Let's check. Okay, I think there's an error here. Okay, let's check others. Let's use this Deborah@gmail.com and Deborah's password. Good, it enters. Now you can see we are now on the member underscore page.php. Now let's do some trick. Now let me take you straight to where the problem lies. Now you can remember that we said window that open issue take us to this page. Now that means we have to go to this next page and put something there, at least so that for someone to see that we are doing something there. But before we go to that, I want to do some linking together. Now, normally the proper design for any website is that once you've registered, the next thing is for you to go to where you log in. So that means we need to do some editing to our register page and do some changes. It's not gonna take your time, but just hang on there. I'm gonna be very fast with it. Now here we said after registering, okay, sorry, I'm going to go through the registration.php since that is where it is being handled. Registration, sorry, registration, no. Okay, now this is where it's going to take us to. Okay, this is going to take you to login.php. Good. Now let's try it. Now let's start from the beginning. Okay, let's start with your lane. We have the index page. Okay, sorry, I haven't. Now we have the register.php. Enter. Now let's fill out some data here. Now let's choose a random name called Joe. Choose Joe. Let's say Joe Doe. Username, I choose Joe09, and I choose my email address to be joebosco@gmail.com, and I choose Joe Dow as my password. Now let's note it. Now I choose what? Joe Bosco@gmail.com, and the password is Joe Dow. Now let's register. Now you can see it takes us straight to where to log in, and because of the function I choose, the username and the password already stays here. Now if you want to be sure so that it won't just click on login and boom, you are now in the page. Now you can check the database as well, refresh it to see if it is fully registered in it. Good, you can see this is our new register. Thank you. I'll meet you in the next video. Goodbye.